Hello everyone. So today I thought we would go ahead and take a gander at these 5 tarot decks that I have here. Now these are my favorite dark decks that I work with on a regular basis. The Lilith and the Machine, and this came out in 2022. Now this is number 72. I do believe they were limited. I'm not sure if they still sell it, but this was from Etsy. So I purchased this. This was one of my first AI decks. As you can see, I love the death card. This was honestly one of the reasons why I bought it. But yeah, I mean, the deck is pretty dark. It's got a bit of a gothic look to it. For the most part, the deck coincides with the usual tarot, but a lot of it is very AI, and I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like maybe it's a little too far off from the tarot for me. Now again, if you read tarot on a regular basis, then none of this will mean anything to you. I mean, you'd love the deck no matter what, because they are really beautiful illustrations, but definitely more AI, you know? So if that's not your thing, this deck is definitely not for you. This was one of my favorite decks, though. It was actually a gift for my birthday, and this is one of the first decks I bought for myself when I started my tarot journey, and I still use it on occasion. I don't use it all the time, but this is definitely one that I lean on a lot more than my other decks. This is Madame Lydia Wilhelmina's Tarot of Monsters, the Macabre, and Autumn Scenes, and it's by Bethelyn Bahima. So this is the deck. So this is just like, I mean, look at this. Look at the backs. And these cards are super thin. I didn't love the card stock, but the illustrations were incredible. Look at that, the Nine of Pentacles. See, and it's a very, very dark, you know, sort of sinister Halloween deck. It's very monsters, and I can definitely see the monsters, you know. I love that it's also got autumn sort of backgrounds and stuff, because I do love autumn. It's one of my favorite seasons. I am so sorry, you guys, that the light keeps going in and out. I am right by a window now because I'm trying to get you guys better lighting, but I don't control the lighting, you guys. I'm so sorry. All right, let's see what else. So here is some of the other ones. Look at that, the Knight of Pentacles. Like the Seven of Swords, it's kind of creepy. Her eyes are black, and see, so you can kind of get a gander at this. I loved a lot of the cards in here. They were very unique. I'm always into dark decks. Look at the Emperor. See, look at the Emperor. He's like growing these plants, and they're like little skulls, and it's just, it's so, I don't even know how to explain it. It's so whimsically dark, you know? See, there's the Star. Let's see, there's the King of Cups. You know, so it's a really, really interesting, fun deck to work with. There's a lot that can be derived from this. You can definitely use this to your heart's content and tell many stories with it, because I don't think decks that are built this way are necessarily supposed to be point A, point B type of decks like traditional tarot. I think these are meant to tell a story and to help you tell your story. So I love this deck. I mean, this is just absolutely, I mean, look at this one, the Five of Wands. And I believe these are derived from Renaissance paintings and whatnot. So incredible work. One of my favorite decks to work with. I really did love the Three of Pentacles. I thought that was so cool because I am big on oddities and curiosities, and I love skulls. So yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite decks. It's very beautiful, great work. This deck, I bought it because it was very dark. It was a lot of the pictures are gruesome, you know, but I love dark decks. So I wanted something unique, something that I hadn't seen before. So here's the Sun. And I'd seen dark decks with sinister, you know, pictures like this and whatnot, but this just sang to me something about the illustrations being on a cream background and being just black, you know? I mean, look at this. Look at the Magician. And I don't know if a lot of you know about this deck. I did a video on it. And oh, also you guys, check out some of the other videos. I have talked about these decks. I think I did a video on this particular deck, or comparing one. I think it was the Bygone Tarot that I compared to this deck. But yes, this is one of my favorites. A very, very beautifully illustrated deck. Just to kind of give you an example, like it's almost like the penciling is yeah, like just the texture of everything is absolutely beautiful. And let me bring you on a little closer. I hope this is showing up right. You see, like the Emperor, I mean, look at it. It's just so dark and sinister. And yeah, I love it. Something about this really, really was like, I have to have this deck. Look at the Wheel of Fortune. Like a man's body's being spread there. Like, it's just such a crazy deck. So if this was the one that I had seen when I saw this illustration, and I'm wrong, it wasn't Google, it was Pinterest. I had seen this image on Pinterest because I was looking up occult images, and found this image and just kept saying like, is this really a card or did someone sketch this? Like, I'd love to buy this. And sure enough, it ended up being a deck. I found it and then I ended up purchasing it. And it's honestly one of the best purchases I've made. That moon card is just like, oh my God, look at that. Look at that. It's like healing everyone, you know, it's so beautiful. So that was the reason why I bought this deck. And as you can see, like, I don't regret it. I haven't had a chance to use this deck a lot because, again, I usually use these decks towards Halloween. But so this is the Arcane Limbus Tarot. The box didn't arrive great, but that's okay. It's one of my favorite decks. This is by the illustrator Senkai Yami. And this is the Terra Volatile, and this is by I don't know how to say that, absurdum.com. I'll put you in. I'll give you guys the listings or the links to all of these things. So this is probably the darkest deck I own, right next to the Bohemian Gothic. This company is amazing. You have got to see their work, their artwork, their shirts, their tote bags. I even own the book now for the Terra Volatile, and I'll show you all that in just a second. But these cards, when I tell you, like, you could never get enough of this deck because they give you multiple cards and they also have extra packs that you can add to the cards. So that's really amazing. The artwork is so beautiful. Look at that. There's numbers around each one of these wands that you're carrying, and it's like the 10th wand is in his hand here. This deck is dark. It's a little gritty. You know, yeah, this isn't for the faint of heart. It's got a lot of beautiful work, but and I wouldn't even call it dark in a macabre kind of way. I would call it dark in a very in-your-face, honest and open kind of way. You know, the way it speaks of death and anything like that. Like, it's just a very honest and open deck that I love to work with. I love the imagery, the symbolism. I got the book, and the book is massive. So much. I haven't even finished reading it. Like, I go through sometimes when I'm working with the deck, and I like to see what else, you know, like, look at this one. Isn't that incredible? If ever I could recommend a deck, it would be this one. Like, you could not top this style of deck because there's so much that you can do with it beyond just the traditional tarot. I feel like this is a deck you could learn with as well as grow with and not have to worry that the cards would bore you because there's so much in every card. I mean, it's really, really, really incredible. This is one of my favorites. I can't believe it was sitting right in front of me and I totally forgot. But yes, and it's hard to call this a dark deck because technically, I mean, if you look at the box, you would think, right, looking at this, that it's a dark deck. And it's got dark imagery, but I wouldn't say this is necessarily a macabre or a gothic or a monster deck. But it's definitely a darker deck. That I will say. You know, if you really look at some of these photos, like, you can tell it's got a lot of dark. I mean, look at the Magician. This is one of the coolest cards. I love that his eyes are on fire. Look at this. I mean, just look at this. This man is being, look at this. This man is being boiled. And then there's like a dove above his hand. It's amazing. Dark imagery. Not necessarily a completely dark deck, but a very unique deck. Look at this one. Two of Pentacles. He's got a snake wrapped all around him. Almost like Ouroboros. Is that Ouroboros? I'm sorry, Ouroboros. Ouroboros. Here, like, just look at that. You know, they've got multiple styles. Like for the moon, they've also got the labyrinth, which is, again, another way to look at this because of the pathway. It looks like a maze. So really, I don't think you could get enough from this deck. This deck is fun. The business that runs this is fun. They're very, very not only good to their customers, but they respond to you and to your questions, and they answer questions, and they've got beautiful artwork. Everything they have is really one of a kind looking. It's definitely something that I would purchase. Yeah, so this deck, amazing. Can't say enough good things about it. If you purchase this, I seriously doubt you would regret it. Now on to the last deck. This is my all-time favorite deck. It is one of the most incredible decks that I own. I stayed up till like 3, 4 in the morning to purchase this because Baba Barak is a very difficult company. When it comes to the US, you have to order. They usually start the ordering in the middle of the morning, like 5 or 6 in the morning sometimes. So I had to be up super early. I didn't want to miss this one. But this is the Memento Mori limited edition Bohemian Gothic Tarot. Now, they've had multiple versions of this. This was the latest. They had worked out some kinks and the printing was beautiful. Here's the bag that came with it. I love it. I mean, they had tons of stuff. This was the limited edition box that was created for it. And then I want you guys to see these cards. Okay, so here's this. Yeah, so in the deck you get some extra cards. So this was one of the extra cards that I got. and it was just like a thank you card, and it came with one of the decks that would be coming out, which has already come out, the Bohemian Cats Theater Tarot or something. So they gave you that. This was the limited edition card, and this was 54 of 990. And these decks had a cold stamping done on them, which gives them this unique like sheen when it's turned. And I don't know if that card's going to show, but like it's so incredible the way they did these. Can y'all see that like weird sheen it has here? I think they called it cold stamping, but this deck is huge, y'all. It's literally almost the size of my other deck that I just received recently, which is the Tarot Original. And this is like my all-time favorite dark deck so far. I can honestly say, like, look at this. It's like having your own little mini gallery. The cards are incredible. I watched the process happen with this deck, and this is a really popular deck that has come out multiple times. It's just every time it comes out, they reiterate, they redo the cards and come out with new versions. This one, I love the Chariot. Y'all see that? And y'all see that cold stamping in the light? It's so unique, guys. This one was another one that I had seen, and this is how I actually found the deck. Found the deck, went onto their Facebook group, found out they were making a new version, but that it was going to cost a lot. And I was so scared. I was like, oh God, this is going to cost too much, but I don't regret this purchase. This was one of my favorite purchases. It was worth staying up for. I look at Death. How cute is that? Y'all see that? I love it. This is truly one of my favorite decks. The Sun. Doesn't he look like that kid Cage or Gage from Pet Sematary? I'm going. Y'all see that shit? Again, a dark deck, but done in such a beautiful way that it doesn't even feel dark. It just feels hauntingly beautiful. The World. What a unique take on the world, huh? Sorry guys, it might be a little dark in here. I do apologize. I don't have my light in here right now because I'm trying to learn to work with natural lighting because, oh my God, I got tired of dealing with my big light in my dining area. So I'm working from my bedroom now. 5 of Cups there. Y'all can get an idea. Let me just kind of go through. Look at that. I just love the way the stamping, and then the faces almost look like, guys, look at this, 10 of Cups. Just unique deck. I love this deck. This is honestly my favorite dark deck that I own. Yeah. But that is all the dark decks that I wanted to show y'all for today. Like I said, you guys, if you want to purchase any of these, they will be listed. Some of these aren't really for sale anymore. Unfortunately, a lot of these I bought years ago. So I will list whatever I can. If you can find them, great. If you want to reach out to the seller, great. All right, everyone. So I will talk to you soon. I hope you have a wonderful light-filled weekend. Bye.